Hi, boys and girls. Today we are going to talk about forming nouns from adjectives. In this video, we are going to have a revision on parts of speech, and we will look at what adjectives and nouns are. We will also learn how to form a noun from an adjective, and we will also look at the usage of the corresponding adjectives and nouns. You can refer to your NM6B, Unit 5, page 47 and 49. So what is an adjective? An adjective is used to describe or modify a noun. We use adjectives to provide further information about something so that people will know something better. Like a great person. The word great here is an adjective to describe the person. A green car. Green is a color, and here we use it as an adjective to describe the car to give more information about the car. A dirty shirt. Which one is the adjective here? Yes, dirty. We use the word dirty to describe the shirt. So what is a noun then? A noun can be a person or people, like Miss Tai and students. It can be a place like a school and Hong Kong. It can be a thing or things like a pen and books. It also can be an animal or animals like a giant panda or cats. It can also be a quality of something or of a person like softness and kindness. It can be an action like swimming and jogging. It also can be a concept or an idea like justice. So, we all know what adjectives and nouns are. Can you distinguish which one is the noun and which one is the adjective? I'm going to show you some sentences, and I will highlight some words, and you are going to tell me if they are nouns or adjectives. James is a kind person. Is the word kind a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is an adjective. We use kind to describe what kind of person James is. Number 2. James always shows his kindness by joining different charity events. Is the word kindness a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is a noun. It is the quality of James, his kindness. We always have a noun after possessive determiner, his something. So his kindness is the noun. Number 3. Amy is very generous that she always shares her food with others. Is the word generous a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is an adjective. We use generous to describe Amy. Number 4. All Amy's friends benefit from her generosity. Is the word generosity a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is a noun. Again, generosity here is a noun after the possessive determiner, her. We usually say her something. So generosity is a noun. Number 5. No more selfishness. Is the word selfishness a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is a noun. Because we always have a noun after no more something. So, we should have a noun after no more. That's why selfishness is a noun. Number 6. We should not be selfish. So here, selfish is a noun or an adjective? Yes, you're right. It is an adjective. We use the word selfish to describe a kind of person that we should not be. So selfish here is an adjective. By looking at the 6 sentences here, can you notice that the words in the same color are sharing the similar meaning and they look alike each other? Yes, sometimes we can change the adjective into a noun by adding something at the end of the word. So how to form a noun from an adjective? Nouns may be formed from verbs, adjectives, or other nouns. And today we will only focus on how to form a noun from an adjective. Adding a suffix to an adjective is one way of forming a noun. So what is a suffix? A suffix is a letter or a group of letters added to the end of a word which makes a new word, like ful. We can add ful at the end of a word like care to form a new word careful. Meaningful. We add ful at the end of the word meaning to form another word meaningful. Another example would be less. Less is another example of suffix. Like, we can add it at the end of the word care to form a new word careless. Or we can add it to the word meaning to form meaningless. There are no rules but patterns. So let's look at some of the patterns. A suffix that we use to form a noun would be called noun suffix. So the first one would be er. Do you know what it is? Yes, it is angry bird. How about this one? Yes, it is anger. Its name is angry bird, a bird that's very angry. Angry here is used to describe the bird. It is an adjective. Anger is the name of the character. It is a noun. They both have the same feeling here. They all feel angry. And you can notice here, er is the noun suffix that we use to change the adjective angry into the noun anger. Let's look at more examples. Number 1, don't make your mom angry. Angry here is an adjective to describe the feeling of your mom. So here actually means don't make your mom feel angry. Number 2, she feels a lot of anger towards her little brother because he has broken her favorite toy. Anger is a noun here. We usually have a noun after a lot of something, right? Therefore, we should put a noun, anger, after a lot of. They actually means the same feeling, angry. But here, we use an adjective. And here, we add the noun suffix to form a noun, anger. As you can see here, we don't just add er at the end of the word. A noun suffix may change the spelling of the word. Like, we change ry into er. Let's look at more examples. People in poor countries always feel hungry. Hungry here is an adjective to describe the feeling of people in poor countries. Number 2, people in poor countries are suffering from hunger. Hunger is a noun here. We usually say we are suffering from something. Here is the status of feeling hungry. That's why we should put a noun here. Again, we add the noun suffix er at the end of the word to form a new word, hunger. And again, we don't just simply put er at the end of the word. We also change the spelling of the word a little bit. Now, let's look at another noun suffix, ness. Here is a very famous quote from my favorite movie. When given the choice between being right or being kind, choose kind. the word kind here is an adjective to describe a kind of person that you want to be. So, we have an adjective here. Here is another quote. Kindness is a gift everyone can afford to give. So, do you know what part of speech it is? Yes, you're right. A noun. Here it says kindness is a gift. So it is something. It is a noun. So again, we add ness at the end of the word kind to form a new word kindness. Kind is an adjective about a personality of someone, while kindness is a noun about the quality of being kind. So, we should treat people with kindness. Let's look at more examples. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. Happy here is an adjective to describe a feeling. So it is like there are so many beautiful reasons to make you feel happy. Let's look at another quote. Today I will share with you quite a lot of quotes because I like reading quotes. Happiness is that feeling that comes over you when you know life is good and you can't help but smile. It's the opposite of sadness. So happiness is the noun of happy, which means the state of being happy. As you can see here, we add ness at the end of the word, and we also change the spelling a little bit. We change y into I. So we have happiness, the noun here. So can you see there is one more noun using ness at the end? Yes, it is sadness. And can you guess which adjective it comes from? Yes. If you omit ness, the noun suffix here, you may see the word sad. So here, we change sad into sadness by adding the noun suffix ness. Sad is an adjective to describe a feeling. I feel sad. And here, sadness is a noun. No more sadness. Here comes another noun suffix, ity. And again, I will be using two quotes to illustrate the examples. The first one, you do not have to be rich to be generous. That means you don't have to be rich to make yourself a generous person. So generous here is an adjective to describe a person who is willing to share. So once you want to share or you are willing to share, you are generous. You don't have to be rich. The second quote would be, generosity is giving more than you can, and pride is taking less than you need. Here, generosity is the subject of the sentence, and subject is always a noun. So here, generosity is the noun of generous, meaning the quality of being generous. As you can see here, we add the noun suffix ity at the end of the word and change the spelling a little bit. We omit the letter u to form a new word, generosity. So we have generous to generosity. We add the noun suffix ity at the end and we change the spelling a little bit to form a noun, generosity, from an adjective, generous. Here comes another example of noun suffix ity. Do something creative every day. So which one is the adjective here? Yes, creative is an adjective here to describe something. Do something creative. So I think all of you should know what creative means. Here comes a very famous quote from Albert Einstein. Creativity is intelligence having fun. Which means creativity is a state that you have the ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills with fun. So creativity is a noun here. And it's like the quote we had just now. It is a subject of this quote, the subject of this sentence, and subject is always a noun. That's why creativity here is a noun. And it is the noun of creative. As you can see here, we add ity at the end of the word creative again to form a noun. So we have creative to creativity, from an adjective to a noun. Here comes another noun suffix, ence. Everything comes to you at the right time. Be patient. Patient here is an adjective to describe a person who is able to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. So here we have another quote. Have patience. All things are difficult before they become easy. And it's very obvious that patience here is a noun because it goes after the word have. So we usually have something, right? That's why patience here is a noun. And it means the capacity to accept or tolerate delays, problems, or suffering without becoming annoyed or anxious. So actually, patient and patience, they share the similar meaning. And by having the noun suffix ence at the end, we have patience from patience, an adjective to a noun. Here comes more examples. Be confident but not overconfident, because if condition changes, winners can be losers. I like this quote very much. Do you know the adjectives here? Yes, confidence is an adjective here to describe a feeling that you believe in yourself. So here comes another quote. Self-confidence is a superpower. Once you start believing in yourself, magic starts happening. So can you find the noun of the adjective confident here? Yes, it is very easy, right? Confidence is the noun of confidence. So by looking at the sentence, self-confidence is a superpower, is something. Therefore, it should be a thing too. That's why it is a noun. So by looking at the two words, you will see the noun suffix here is ence. So we change confident into confidence. Here comes another noun suffix, cy. She is being emotional. Please give her some private moment. So private here is an adjective to describe the moment of being alone. So private here is an adjective. Number 2, she is being emotional. Please give her some privacy. So these two sentences are very alike to each other. But instead of having private moments, we have privacy here. So privacy is a noun of private, which means a state of being alone or having private moments. So we add the noun suffix cy at the end of the word private, and we also change the spelling a little bit. We don't just add cy at the end of the word, but we omit the letters T and E, and then we add cy. Let's have a summary here. In this video, we have revised what adjectives and nouns are. We have also learned that we can add noun suffix to an adjective to form a noun. And sometimes the noun suffix would change the spelling of the word. And through different quotes and examples, we know the usage of the corresponding adjectives and nouns. Now, let's look at the noun suffixes that we have covered today. NESS. So we have kind to kindness, happy to happiness, selfish to selfishness, sad to sadness. Another noun suffix that we have talked about is ITY. Generous to generosity, creative to creativity, productive to productivity, responsible to responsibility, able to ability, possible to possibility. And all the noun suffix would be ER, like hungry to hunger, angry to anger. We also have ENCE, like convenient to convenience, confident to confidence, patient to patience, different to difference. You may notice that for the words which end with ENT, we usually use this word suffix to change it into a noun, like convenient. It ends with ENT, and we use the noun suffix ENCE to form a noun. Like one more example here, confident. It ends with ENT. And again, we omit the T and change it into CE to form a noun, confidence. So here comes the one that we haven't talked about in the video, but it is very similar to this one. ANCE. It is important to importance. Here comes the last one. CY. Private to privacy, accurate to accuracy. Boys and girls, remember that there are no rules but patterns. If you want to know more patterns of forming a noun from adjectives, then you can search noun suffix on the internet. Then you will find plenty of examples there. So, here comes the last part, challenge. So I have a few questions for you, and you are trying to fill in the blanks with adjectives or nouns. Are you ready? Number 1. What is the of studying hard? Important or importance? Remember to look at the sentence structure and the meaning and decide which one you should use, a noun or an adjective. And then you can look at the spelling and see if it is a noun or an adjective. Number 2. He is very annoying. I'm losing my patience or patience. Do we need a noun or an adjective here? And which one is a noun? Which one is an adjective? You can guess it from the spelling. Next one. He is always... What I hate him the most is his selfish or selfishness. So which one you should use? Number 4. I want everyone to be So I do everything to spread the among my friends. Which blanks should I fill in with happy, and which blank should I fill in with happiness? The next one. He is a smart student with high. He is to answer all the questions in the lessons. So, what should you put in the blanks? Matilda feels a lot of towards her father because he treats her very bad. So what should I put here? Should I put an adjective or a noun? So here comes the end of the video. How many questions did you get correct? So this is the last teaching video of the school suspension. So hope to see you soon. Bye bye.